Good morning everyone and welcome to another Excitech BIM 360 surgery, and today it is number 16 and I'm going to take a look at some of the new updates in design collaboration. So let's go in and take a look at what the guys at Autodesk have done. So I'm going to go to my design collaboration module and I click into it, and the first thing that they've done is they've implemented a new project status. So you can see that I'm in design collaboration. I can click into my swim lanes, let's say I'm the architect, select a set of documentation, and if we look at it, you can see that there is a little button towards the right hand side. And this will allow me to look at the project status. So we click into it and you will see that it gives you a new area where it shows the project status. So what we have here is the model. You will see that it's got a green tick to show that it's the latest published version. You can see it's got a publish state, so it's got a timestamp, and then we have a path as to where that Revit model is actually located. And then we have a details tab, and if we click into details, you'll see it pops up in a little dialog box. Now in here it seems to be something that I would suggest that Autodesk will use for support. So you can see they've got things like the analytics ID, the model ID, and the hub and stuff like that. So you can see a full timestamp as to when everything was added into the project. And you can see that if I switch the swim lanes to the engineering one and I click in and I go to my project status, if there's multiple models, you will see you will get multiple components showing down on the project status screen, where again it's got your path and again the details of that instance. So you can see that what has happened here. So the next new thing that's actually, I've not planned that, it's actually just discovered that I've created a new folder. So one of the new things is they've simplified the team creation process. So previously we would have to go to project admin, create a new team, specify a folder, but now once we add a new folder into anywhere under document management, BIM 360 will look for it and it will say, there's a new folder, would you like to view it and create maybe a new team? So if I click it, you will see that it's found this folder which is called new team, and I can say, okay, this is a new team, or I can actually create a team for the systems information. So I'm going to say, okay, let's create this team for the systems. So it basically looks when a new folder and a model has been put into it, it automatically scans the system and will prompt you to create the team, and I can just go complete setup and it will go off and automatically create that team. What I have found is it can be a little bit annoying because it will keep popping up every time it looks for that new folder. You will see it's found the system, so it can be really quick, but can be a little bit frustrating. So they've simplified it a little bit easier. It scans the folders, looks for models that are not part of a team, and it will automatically prompt you to create. And then you can do the usual things where we can edit it, change the color. So again, let's go to that color and the team is already added into the system. So that probably takes us on to when we add the teams in design collaboration, there is a change to the icons. So if we expand this, you will see that I've got swim lanes, which we know about, but now we start to see a different type of node. You will see that we have a square node and we have our previously existing circular node. And then you will start to see numbers appear, and you will also start to see arrows appear. So what do these arrows mean? So when we expand the architect, so we click in and we expand the little arrow, you will see it now drills down into a dual swim lane. So we've got the top level, which is where our package content is shared. So we've got our circular packages, and then below that we seem to have this square package. So if we look at what this means now, there is a brilliant help file. so in the BIM 360 help, and it probably explains it better than I could, but you will see that we've got our standard nodes, which are our empty circles, so it represents a team's package but has not been shared. Then we have the filled circle, so it represents that a package has been shared and then consumed. And then we have the dotted line, so that it represents a package that has not yet been shared yet. And then we have the numbered package with the clusters. So this means that when we have a two-tone, it means some of the content's been consumed and some have not. So sort of like a half full icon. But if we jump down to the squares, you'll see the square represents a linked model. So if we go back to our timeline, you will see that I have a square here, and I click it, you will see that that is a single file. But when you look to the document over here, you'll see it's multiple nodes. If you click into it, click in here, you will see that this has some linked files that are already part of it. So you can see that a little bit more control, a little bit more visibility on what's happening between the different icons. The next update is a very cool update to the minimap. So if we look at something in design collaboration, we look at this set of documentation and we zoom in and have a look. So if I go into first person mode, I'm just going to fit and zoom a window, let's say here, and then we go into first person mode. You get the navigate in first person, but we also get the new minimap. So as I start to navigate around, so as I walk in and round, and you'll see that we get the top of the upper parapet. But if we go into the model a little bit more, you will see that we can start to go into the minimap. And you can see as I move around, the map is updating, so it's creating the minimap for the ground floor. But you can also now show it on a larger map. So if I go show larger, you will now see that as I move round, you will see the minimap shows on the right hand side where exactly I am, and I can click in here and let's just start walking around the building, and we'll go around here and you can see that the minimap just updates. So just a little bit more control on where we are, what we're doing around the building, so we can minimize that back. So it's just a nice little change on what we can do with the minimap. So there is a new feature where they've implemented that if we start sharing a package of content, so if we expand the team lane, let's click into the engineer. We've got a package of content there. I'm going to consume it, click consume. So what will happen is with the email notification, so once we share a package of content, that will then send an email to update the team. And once we consume a package of content, that will also then update the team. So if I go into the systems tab, systems issue 1, let's create a package of content. So let's say this is the system share 1, it's all the sheets and the model, teams. And I'm not sure whether my email is up and running fully, but what will happen is you will just get an email notification into your inbox that the package content has been shared and updated by your team. So another one that is now updated is that Revit or BIM 360 now offers support for all Revit files. So previously, things like the collaboration area and the compare difference models had to be cloud models effectively. So they had to be created via the collaboration process in Revit. Now they can just be added into 360 into these required folders, and then it will automatically pick up the standard features that we expect. So if we just look at this is the release notes. So we've got project status, we've got support for all the Revit files, we've got the automated team creation, email notifications for packages, and hyper navigation. You will see at the top they have a thing called internal team collaboration. So that sort of looks at what I've looked at with the advanced timeline, where we can now offer updated intelligent information, whether it be internal or external. So I do personally think that this internal may be a bit misleading. We could probably always do internal team collaboration via just the creation of a team. But I think what they mean here is that it's that users in the same company will be able to see what's uploaded, what's published, and what's shared via the advanced timeline features. When we expand it, you will see, if we check the architect, you will see straight away there's multiple nodes. They have got shared files. You can see number here, multiple nodes. Again, we zoom in, we click in, and we can see what's happening there. So some pretty cool updates that are there, and it is forever enhancing and getting better. So that's pretty much me for this week. Next week, join me for surgery number 17, and in that surgery, I'm going to take a look at a product focus on advanced steel, and see whether BIM 360 can work or not with BIM 360. So we'll take some models, we'll upload at the fabrication process, drawing creation, model compare, see can we use it within a design environment to package content for controlled approval. So that is next Friday, so join me for that. So thank you very much, and I will see you all next week.